Hello, I'm recording this video project video for two main reasons. One is to showcase my project to hiring managers, and two, showcase my work to other students who may be interested in learning or gaining some insight for those students who have never built projects before. So this project is the College CS Forum. The College Computer Science Forum is a platform for college students majoring or interested in computer science to collaborate on projects and learn from each other. The goal is to give students a more hands-on experience working with modern software engineering tools. So I got the inspiration for this after going to a coding boot camp before taking any computer science classes. So I took that coding boot camp, learned a lot of software engineering principles, learned a lot of modern frameworks and tools, and then I started taking the computer science courses in college. And so what I noticed was that a lot of my classmates had no real hands-on experience. They didn't know what they were getting into in the real world. So fortunately, I attended coding bootcamp before starting my CS classes in college and noticed the massive gap between computer science fundamentals and actual software engineering practice. I plan on marketing this to my college and getting others to collaborate on it. The current version of the site took me around 3 weeks to build. Here and there, I was working on it part time while going to school. I had the last week off, but anyways, so I made it a goal to give myself a hard stop and record the video once my internship starts. So that's why the site is incomplete. Basically, I was starting my internship and I didn't want to keep working on it after. I wanted to take that break off so I could focus on my internship. That's also why there's no design at all. So before I started working on it, I spent a couple of weeks before that brushing up on React, since I haven't touched it in a while, looking at the new release of React hooks, C Sharp and ASP.NET Core Web API, and learning MongoDB, my first NoSQL database. And that was basically the stack I used to build with it. So let's get right into it. The first thing you want to go to is collegecsforum.herokuapp.com, which will link you to the homepage. I'm already at register just to save some time. It was also deployed to AWS and AWS S3 bucket, but the link isn't as nice, so I'm using this. So as you can see, let's register. We have ashare104 at gmail.com. Username is ashare104. First name is Abrar. Last name is Share. And the password right now is just one character. We'll see. We'll get an error, validation error. So let's go back there. So let's fill this out again. We'll do ashare105 at gmail, whatever.com. Ashare 105, Abrar, Share, and let's just make this password. And there you go. Now we can just log in, Share 105, and password. We're in. So the next thing we'll go over is the nav bar. As you can see, we have CCF, which, right now it's FCF, that's an error. And then we have the guides. We'll go over this. We have Code Labs. We have the profile. Right now, this will automatically link to your own profile, but this is the same route that will be used for any profile. And then we also have the settings, which this will only link to your own profile. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is the guides page. As you can see, we have this guide. This is search bar. This doesn't work yet. And what this basically is a way for college students to write their own guides on their projects so others can learn and read from them. We can write a guide, and once you just import the guide name, title, and description, it'll take you to a page like this. But here I already have something set up. As you can see, we can go and edit it. We can add the title, description. These are some of the main photos that will show in the main section. And then we have these things called sections. As you can see here, you can write the section title, add the details. This is full rich text supported by Draft.js, as you can see right here. I just took this off these sites, copy pasted. You can delete the section, you can add pictures. Then you can go back, let's just go back. And yeah, so this is how it will look once you're done with that. Yeah. And here's the rich text. As you can see, you can have full links, pictures inside, new section. Let's go make a new section actually. Edit, go to the bottom, go. This is my other new section, beats, or edit, and you can save. And there you go. So the next thing we'll go over are the code labs. This is basically a way for students to collaborate on projects with each other. And you can enter your description here, you click submit, and it'll take you to a page like this. I already created one just to save some time, and this is all the information that you're looking for. As you can see, it's a nested router. So we have all this. This is just information how to apply. Other users can apply from here. Let's go in from another account and just apply. Hello, I am really interested in joining. Spelling, whatever. Success and your application status is under waiting. And then I can come in here and I need to refresh. But once you do, I can come in. I can see this applicant, and what I can do is I can accept him or reject him. So once I accept, he's in. Now he'll be able to see the rest of these tabs, which are not available originally if you're not on the team. And then the next thing we have is a forum thread. This is a way for users to just comment or reply to each other. I have this on my local host right now since the forum thread isn't working properly on Heroku. I haven't deployed the latest version yet. And then we also have the team chat. Hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm glad I could join. Using sockets, you can view the team, edit Colab. So we can edit the Colab's information. There's no different user levels yet. There's no different permissioning to see who can who's allowed to edit and who's not. But yeah, that's basically it for the Colab. So the next thing we'll go over is the profile and settings. This is basically the last part of it. Here we have our profile. You can see your guides and your Colabs. I don't think the Colabs works right now. You can go to it and then go back. And then you have your settings, and you can just mess around with your settings, change your settings here. And that's pretty much it. Okay, now let's get to the real fun part, which is the services. Which is the code. We'll go over the services first. So this is a standard ASP.NET.Core Web API service. Let's go start with the program.cs file. This is pretty standard. I don't think I touched this at all. Then you have your startup.cs, where we're adding all our services for dependency injection. These are all the Mongo services. Here we have cookie authentication being added. We have cores, SignalR for the chat, AutoMapper, Cloudinary for image upload. This is just basic. And so let's start off with, let's just go into our controllers first. We have an auth controller here. We have a logout, login, register. The Colabs, pretty much the same, create, delete, standard CRUD operations. Comments, this is basically the same thing. Users, pretty much standard. This is a little different than auth because this will require you to be authenticated. This will not. Then you have your guides. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything here is pretty standard. You can update each one. Then will use one of these services. Your Mongo auth service, your Colab service, common service, guide service, user service. These are the interfaces for them. These are the ones that actually will start interacting with the database. I'm using builders. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I don't really want to go into too much detail since I want to keep this short. This is the configuration. Let's see. Then you have your DTOs. These are all the different DTOs I need. Then you have some helpers for your AutoMap profiles, for Chat Hub, which is for the chat, the Cloudinary. This is just something I use to create Mongo queries for a while. I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna delete this file because I was using this to create like string Mongo queries, but then I started using builders, so I don't really need this anymore. This is just for the updates, right? As you can see, just for the updates. But I don't really need this anymore. And then you have your models. Here's just all your different models. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. Next thing we'll go over is the front end. This was built completely with React and React hooks. Some of the things to mention, I use Redux Sega instead of Redux Thunk. Yeah, I also use React boilerplate, so there's a lot of things in there that I'll just show you. All this you can just pretty much ignore, it's just boilerplate stuff. The main thing I just want to walk you guys through is the app folder. Here we have where's the root? But okay, so we have the components, we have containers. Components are all the reusable parts that I can use. You have containers. Each container is basically broken up into pages, but not really. Like you have some pretty big components here, so I just made them its own separate folder. Yeah, so let's just go through one of them. Here we have app. This is the main part. This is the main page with all the routers. But basically, every one of these folders will have some parts to it. All of them will have the actions for Redux. You have your constants. You have your reducers, right? You have your reducer over here. And then you have also the Redux Sega folder, right? This is where all the calls are being made. I don't really want to walk you through how Redux Sega works, but it's pretty simple. All you want to do is, so if you look here, yield, take latest, authenticate, authenticate. So every time I dispatch the authenticate type action, it will just call the authenticate function. And over here, I can do whatever else I need to do, dispatch, set, whatever the logic I need to do here. Call an API. And then you also have the selectors. This is basically to help with uh, state changes, memoization. So you wouldn't really need to grab the state every time some part of it changes. Um, yeah, and the reducer is also using immer, so you don't need to worry about deep state changes or anything like that. And as you can see, each of the containers, yeah, is pretty much handled the same way. You have the index.js, a reducer, you have segas, selectors, constants, and your actions. The test, there's no test right now. Um, yeah, it's also built complete with React hooks. As you can see, let me just try to find one. Let's go to the guide page. Not the test, let's go to the actual guide page. Let's see your index.js. As you can see, we have complete with hooks. Yeah, and these are the components, the different components we have, right? Yeah, it's pretty much structured as a standard React way. You have your components, containers. Each folder has its Redux parts. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know the whole video was pretty informal. It may seem a little unstructured, but I really wanted to keep it that way. I just wanted to do like a quick walkthrough of what I built, the code, the website, and everything I've been working up on. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know, leave them in the comments, or just email me or ask me anything.